Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing an all signs reading, tuning into the day's energy and seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. It takes you right to my book online page. Just wanted to take a minute to welcome in new viewers and thank my family here. Very supportive, very kind group of people. And it's really an honor to translate these messages for you. So thank you for sharing these videos, commenting, liking, so we can grow this channel. All right, let's get to your reading. The overall energy is the Four of Swords. Looks like you're in retreat, healing. Feels like you're, there's a lot of energy. It feels like you're needing to take breaks, to relax, to rest, to take care of yourself. This feels actually really lovely. It doesn't feel like you're forced into this spot. It feels like you're recognizing when it's time to take a knee, when you're listening to your body and taking the appropriate rest that's needed. It also feels like you're quieting your mind here. It feels like you're detaching from some type of heartbreak, something that has kind of been holding on to your heart space. It looks like you're, for a long time, you were tangled up in this heart energy, this string, this cord, energetic cord. For a long time, this energetic cord had a lot of beautiful energy moving through it. That's how the cord was created. It's like an energetic highway. And it looks like it started out that there was a lot of beautiful energy going through this. And then at some point, it looks like the energy just went from you to that person. And then it looks like the energy coming back from the person in the past was toxic. So at first it was a loving connection, and then it's like you're sending love out and they're sending punishment, projections your way. It also looks like you started matching that energy and projecting. It feels like you became a version of yourself, a much more toxic version of yourself. And it looks like in present time that there's very little that connects you with that past activity. That looks really healing and lovely. I'm not seeing any clarification cards coming in, so we'll just move on. The hidden blessings in this time is the Eight of Pentacles. Something that you've been working on, focusing on, is paying off. It feels like paying out. This is something you've mastered. This is something feels like you have a special place in regards to work, whatever it is that you do. It looks like you tune into universal energies. You have wisdom. It feels like you take these amazing energies in your environment and kind of mix them together. It feels like you really enjoy what you do, whatever this is. And that enjoyment, that it feels like it's your work is an extension of who you are. So it's easy for you to, You really love what you do. 10 of Cups. Thank you, cards, for cutting to the chase. It does feel like this is very fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling, whatever it is that you do. It feels like whatever you do, there's this loving, supportive energy. It feels not like job, not like job, because whatever this is, there's so much benefit that's derived from what you do, and it's creating a steady income, or it's starting to become more steady, so you can build a foundation. Feels like you've got your eye on the prize. Feels like you recognize that pace, learning how to pace yourself. This reminds me of, I used to run, more like jogging. Very good at distance, very good at slow and steady was me. And after college, I lived with my sister-in-law before she became my sister-in-law. And she said, I've always wanted to know how to run, how to jog, for exercise. Can I go with you? And I was like, fantastic, yeah. And she's shorter than I am, and we went for a jog, and I'm trying to keep up with her. It's 2 miles, but she is just booking, and even though I was in really good shape, I was like, holy crap, this gal. And then we get to the end, and she's like, see, this is why I can't run. I'm just so winded. My face is red. I feel sick. And I was like, well, have you thought about slowing the pace? And she's like, pace? She had no idea. Like, hey, you can kind of set a pace. How I would do it at the time is inhale 3 steps, exhale 3 steps once I get going. And that was a very comfortable pace for me. And so we started jogging together, and she loved it. And but she never realized that there's a pacing, a sustainability. You can run really far if you pace yourself. And so it feels like you're learning pacing here, or you've learned. You're not trying to get it right now. You're understanding that the journey towards whatever it is that you're creating is worthwhile. It looks like you've learned how to pace yourself. Pace? So, all right. Let's look at what you're leaving behind. The Star, a wish, a miracle. Interesting. Aquarian energy. It feels like there's something that you want. Yes, there's something that you dreamed about, something that you really wanted for yourself, and a timeline. But it feels like when you've explored this timeline, it's a nightmare. It feels like you're leaving behind something you thought was sustainable, and it's not. Something that at some point was your dream come true, was what you wished for, but it took you in a direction of nightmare, of it wasn't what you thought it was. Yeah, and so it looks like it took a while for you to kind of realize, become aware that this is not the dream that I thought it was. This is actually a nightmare, and it feels like you're leaving behind that timeline, that energy, whatever that was. It feels like it wasn't your dream come true. It feels like you were in lesson. And it looks like you've been following your peace. You no longer want to fight. It feels like you're exhausted by whatever was on that timeline, whoever was on that timeline. And you're choosing soul fulfillment. You're choosing to be aligned with yourself instead of, it feels like you, in the past, it feels like you wanted to hook your dreams onto someone, and somehow the way who it was or the way that you were expressing that energy got you out of alignment. You weren't in alignment, and then in this relationship, feels like to stay in this relationship you got more and more out of alignment. And so to get yourself out of it, you've gotten more and more in alignment with you. Stop centering this relationship. Wow. All right. How to get the most of this energy is the Two of Wands in reverse. It's time to move forward. It's time to leave the house, leave whatever comfortability, and set out on the world to move forward. Feels like you've been planning for a long time, strategizing, trying to figure out what timeline you would prefer, what you want for yourself. After having so much confusion in a relationship that didn't pan out. It looks like you're taking steps. It feels like for quite a while you've been healing from your past, moving away from past energy, past you, past not being aligned. And now something has shifted in the last week or so. It feels like now instead of exodus, instead of leaving something behind, it feels like you are being pulled towards taking action towards your future. This is a 3D world. You can't just meditate and think and talk about things. You actually have to take action. And so it feels like how to get the most of this energy is take action. Start little steps. How can I take action? Follow my excitement. Follow whatever it is that makes me feel happy, that makes me feel excited, what I want to move towards. And take action until you can't. And then wait, and then take action when it happens again. It feels like there's little steps that you're taking. And what I'm seeing is as you take this action, as you interact with the energies of this universe and take action towards what you want, then the universe is like, oh, okay, yes, all right, and starts kind of coming towards you. So you don't have to go as far and difficult and alone. The universe wants to support you. You just have to make the first move. You can't. You gotta make this first move with the universe, man. You gotta say, hey, universe, let me buy you a drink. Can I take you out? You're amazing. You're beautiful. I want to co-create with you. I don't know why. That's all right. It is what it is. Silliness. Okay. What's supporting you in this energy? Yeah, I've been getting this a lot. The universe wants to show you it's not about throwing all your weight, all action, all something. It feels like the universe is like, I'm showing you an easier way to do this. A way that's much more profound. You're getting new perspectives. So you can do things in a very different way, making moves and doing things in a very different way. So Aquarian. New, easier. There's an easier way that's coming in, and it feels like the universe is like, there's a better way to do this. We're going to inspire you. We're going to show you. As long as you put yourself in a position like meditation, like standing still, not thinking, allowing new energy to come in like a light bulb. You can even practice this, imagining beautiful energy hitting that crown chakra, new inspired ideas. Or remember, this is a great, when you remember, you are kind of taking your consciousness and going back into that energy and running it like it's happening right now. So remembering when you've gotten amazing ideas, inspired ideas, remembering how that felt, your body doesn't know the difference, and it starts opening up the avenues to receive, and then you start receiving. So a little psychic trick there. So it looks like you are receiving inspired ideas. Go this way. Follow your heart. Trust. It feels like you're in a trust fall with the universe. Ooh, okay. Interesting. It feels like you're not as defensive around some. Let me double check what this message is. This is very, wow. Okay. What's supporting you is, it feels like you've healed from, it feels like there's someone, maybe many people or a person coming in to try to like get you, try to say something to hurt your heart, to be able to pull at those strings and pull you out of this amazing energy. Because you have a very Juggernaut type of energy. Like it's, once it gains momentum, it can't be stopped. And it feels like you are learning. It's like this trajectory that you're on feels very much like Juggernaut. And it feels like there are people around you who don't want that. It doesn't, you being a Juggernaut and having success does not blend with their worldview, with how they see themselves and see you. It feels like this is someone who sees you as way below them, but you're having this amazing success, and so it feels like someone, instead of taking care and being inspired and creating their success, this is someone who just bap puts, tries to put people's flame out, their desire, tries to wound them to stop them from going after being in alignment. This is I don't even feel like you're competing. You're just in alignment. You're just in alignment, and so your blessings flow to you in a much easier way. Yeah. I don't even feel like you're guarded against this or worried. It feels like, just like a Juggernaut, it's too little too late. It's like someone throwing, but it's like in the Matrix when at the end, when the bullets come towards Neo and he just stops, he realizes, I'm not a match for these bullets and they can't affect me. This is really, I mean, it's huge. It feels like someone comes in and tries to say some things to knock you off the energy that you're at. And instead of being afraid, because in the past they would be able to divert your attention to get you into woundedness. But now you're like, oh my gosh, that doesn't even affect. Okay. I think it's because you realize on some level that that's about them and it's not about you, so it doesn't hurt you anymore. You've healed whatever matches and mirroring that you had with that energy, and now you're like, yeah, just gonna let you sit with that. It's not affecting you at all. You're having this amazing success after transforming yourself. You're going after what you desire. What's interesting is you're going after what you desire in a quiet way. You feel a little stealth, like you're not trying to be like get a lot of attention. It feels like you're a gymnast and you're getting ready to land an amazing, like never been done before. It's less about people perceiving you as successful as you're just going after what you want, what you desire, and it feels like it's making all the difference. Wow, holy cow. All right, what's this? Temperance in reverse. Okay, that's not your energy. That's okay. Temperance in reverse and impatience. Yeah. This someone who's unapologetic, someone who's shallow, emotionally immature. It feels like they're out of balance. They might be drinking or like taking substances, overindulging. They're feeling insecure. They're unable to go the distance. All the things that they were projecting onto you, it looks like this person is stuck with that. That wasn't your energy, or you've cleared your matches to it, so you're no longer a match to this energy of Page of Cups in reverse and Temperance in reverse. You're curious, interested, Jedi Knight, going towards what you desire. It feels new, even though you are taking these actions and a little clandestine, keeping it to yourself. It feels like you're moving in new ways. Wow. Wow. Yeah, yep. This is just more of this energy that you're leaving behind. There's this person does not love themselves. It's a childhood wound where they were not nurtured and given space. I'm not saying that this is that this makes their behavior okay, but it feels like there's some understanding as you leave this energy behind. It feels like you've healed from your own childhood wounds, or a lot of them, and that's why you are no longer a match for this relationship. You loved others before you loved yourself. You gave from an empty cup and didn't value yourself, didn't center your experience, didn't choose to. It feels like you were a supporting character in your own story, not the main character. It looks like you're healing that. That's beautiful. All right. What to be mindful of in this energy is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. This has been coming up in other readings as well. If it doesn't work, there's a point it feels like you have stayed way past the expiration date in relationships, maybe even in jobs, staying in environments that aren't for you, with people who don't like you, who don't care for you. Feels like you've tolerated that. You thought that this is what life is, but it feels like you're really seeing what doesn't work. Oh, it looks like also you've settled in the past. You've not trusted your ability to attract what you want. And so it feels like the universe gave you something close, something similar, and you're like, that's good enough. And now that's not enough for you. There's also this energy here of not communicating, of turning your back. The Queen of Wands, where is she? Right here, with her back turned. This is vice versa tarot deck. And then here's the King of Pentacles with their back turned. Feels like that's what we're talking about. That feel like your energy, as I'm tuning into it, is the Queen of Wands here. Feels like you're making hidden moves. You're very attractive. And then there's this King of Pentacles energy that's very stubborn. It feels like the King of Pentacles does not know how to deal with emotions. They're overwhelmed by their emotions. They don't know how to stand their ground, and they're just deceptive and sneaky in this energy. I don't know why we're seeing this. Why are we seeing this in the what to be mindful of? Okay, be mindful of whoever this King of Pentacles energy, who also is King of Cups in reverse. Oh, I just saw a whole different way of reading this. There's someone you're not communicating with, the King of Pentacles, but there's a lot of luck. Like, I'm seeing all these moving parts and something is finally clicking into place. You haven't been communicating with this person, and this person, it feels like they're sneaking in. They want to communicate with you. They want to let their guard down and communicate with you. It looks like they're feeling hopeless, some type of despair, because they haven't communicated. This is not someone you have been in a relationship with. This might be someone that you know from the past. Wow. They see you as the Empress. Fertile, abundant. But they also see that you're not talking with them, that you're very guarded and protected. It feels like there's someone who wants to come in and communicate. Yeah, lovers. That they're an option, they're a choice, but it feels like you're really guarded. You're really protected. This person doesn't know how to get into your energy. And then there's another person around this similar energy. This is someone who is emotionally manipulative. This very well could be someone from your past that you've had a relationship with. Somehow there's a relation between these two individuals. It doesn't feel like it feels like they know each other. It looks like this emotionally manipulative person is just the slowest freaking person in the world. They can't make up their mind on anything. Yeah, they have nothing to offer you. Past person who is emotionally manipulative, they have nothing to offer you. Or they don't want to offer you anything. But somehow they're tied in to this person not coming towards you. Feels very complex. So curious what that is, who this is, if you want to share. So this reading's super long. Hope this was helpful. Take care.